Hey, how's it going, y'all? My name is Mizzle. You watching my channel, Mizzle 14, and I'm here doing a review of Insecure Season 3, Episode 2, Familiar Light. This episode is mainly on Issa and Daniel kind of storyline, so let's jump right into it. It started off with Issa working at We Got Y'all. She was sending a text to Daniel asking, I haven't heard from you for a couple of days. Are you? How's it going? How are you? And she want to know, is he's good? He texts back, I'm straight, thanks. It's like, gosh, very dry, no simple explanation, no like, I've been busy, I was doing something, I'm sorry to hurt you back, and I'm in good, all that stuff. It's just straightforward answer. And there's some people like that. When some people who like wordy on text, it's like, oh, I want to know how's it going, how your day was, what's going on, all that stuff. And then you say, oh, good, okay. So like simple as words, it's like, come on, can you have much to say? It's like, gosh, we don't see each other, like, you need to say more than what you're saying, unless you're gonna call me on the phone or something. But he texted a dry ass answer, and she was like, she was just trying to respond with different gifs and stuff, but she decided not to say anything, so she left it alone. In the midst of that, she was getting emails from housing applications, and mostly she was getting rejection letters to say, oh, we sorry, we can't afford to give you an apartment right now, but we were happy to put you on a waiting list. I mean, when I was looking for a house before I got this apartment, it's a long process. Looking for a place, an apartment, in whatever big major cities like New York or something, like, especially I live in New York. I live in New York now, and it's difficult finding a place. Like, you could have good intention, you have good credit, all that stuff. It's so tough because you compete with everybody else, and when you get an opening, it's like really, it's like competition. You got to be like honest right quick before somebody take it. And then if you don't have the good enough credit and everything, it's going to be more difficult for you, because a lot of people don't want to deal with you if you don't have good enough credit, because they feel like you're not paying your bills on time or what. And even if you do got good credit, you're still competing with other people who have good credit. So it's like the continuing process. Now what they're doing now, they're building a lot of developments in New York, and it's mostly lottery. It's not like I used to, where you could go fill out an application, the landlord sees, you see the place, like a little interview or something like that, and they could and they try and see if they get your apartment. But they still got some places like that you go directly to management. But now a lot of places is like owned by management, or you go through a management company, or you go through the housing lottery that had management, stuff like that, and it's not mostly directly to the landlords. So it's really difficult and tough. So I say all that is that in LA, I can imagine how thick it is down there, and getting creeds, finding an apartment is terrible. But let's go back to that with her credit score later on, when she met with her friend Kelly. Now she's still at the job, and they had like a board meeting, and they just want to discuss about ideas of getting to design a new label, because they had a lot of feedbacks about it, and the label logo they have is not great. So she said before she started changing things, she just wanted to know what's the feedback on this one. They said a couple of things. They said it's not looking good when you have a white hand holding black kids, which people could look at that and look at that racist. It's like, okay, this is a white hand holding black kids, and you say we got y'all. Like, what are you trying to say? Who you got? It's like, you're not trying to say anything. You just trying to big yourself up. That's no look right. When you look at that and say like that, I said, why is a white hand holding the freaking black kids? Like, what you trying to say? Something like we in the bottom and we. It's kind of come more put off. And then when you have a community, we got y'all. They mostly serve black and Latino students, and you can't have a logo like that with a white hand holding black kids, because they make it feel like they offended that you saying that, oh, we need y'all to help. We need y'all help. It's like, we won't be successful without y'all. And you, why you can't have a man with hand? Why you can't have no hand itself? Why you have different kids or something, different logos? So the white hand, and then the lady's getting offended. The boss, she was like, it's not a racist hand. It's mine hand. Like, nobody care if that's your hand or not. They don't know if that's your hand or not. They don't care. All they see is that they see a white hand with black kids. And now these day and age, they look at that and say, yeah, that's kind of racist. That's not good reputation of y'all. And then you got the slogan say, we got y'all. It's kind of like, okay, because we black Latino students, you want to say the slogan, we got y'all, to make a connect with us, when they don't feel like y'all can connect with them as much, because majority of y'all people in your organization is mostly white. And that representation of the people y'all serve. Not saying you can't connect with them, but it's saying that they must won't open, and our schools won't open to y'all because y'all representation is not enough. And it's like, especially with a lot of feedback that Issa got when she was calling the schools, they were saying that your organization is more UN-centric. You don't have enough black staff. My kids don't feel like they connect with y'all because you can't connect with us. So it was a lot of feedback about race and the freaking representation of your organization, how it reflects to your needs and your community you serve. If you don't have the same representation in your organization, then the representation that you serve is not going to really accept you like that, because you're not practicing what you are preaching, basically what they're saying. So if you have a mostly all white organization, serving black and Latino kids is not going to really be effective if you don't have a diverse staff. So that's what made it was. It must have all that idea. And then one lady was on her phone throughout the whole meeting, was not even paying attention. She was on her phone. She said, well, maybe whatever Issa suggested is well good. And now it's like, yes, it's like, this will make me cringe a little bit, because Issa is the only black worker at We Got Y'all. And when you serve the needs of the thing, she's the only one, and she's not working the field anymore because the boss took her out. And so she's like the token black person to give her opinion. So what she said is good because it's basically could help with the logo. And Issa was like, y'all said with some good points, continue what you're doing. But before she said that, she said her little image thing, like she said the things that like stand still kind of scene where everybody's paused, and she said what she thinks, really thinking. She said, oh, now that I'm here and I'm giving you a long bell since the beginning, and now you want to call a black woman, said beat motherfucker, beat. I said that was funny. I would say, yeah, it's like, oh, she be saying this all along, but y'all want to listen to her, but now y'all want to say something, especially the boss. Now move on from that. We get Daniel in the studio. Daniel working on his stuff. He had his niece there, and she was liking the music. She said, "Oh, it's good." But she said, "Can you listen to some you got some ratchet music or something like that?" She's shaking behind, and she's like that. He said, "Oh, that stuff is trash." She said, "Come on, sometimes I want to listen to some ratchet music. Some of your music make me think, and I want to keep doing that all the time." And I said, "Oh, that's how kids are now. It's like music and the freaking quality of music." And how music was before, back then, how the 90s, yeah, I know how the 90s music was. It was the ever of great music. I grew up in the 90s, so that was great music. Now, these days, there's a lot of trash. Fuck at this, suck a dick, bitch, work my ass, truck your ass. It's like, come on, what was all that for? So, that scene got me crazy, because she said this young girl wanted to hear some ratchet shaking behind music instead of listening to that freaking music that she's doing. And it's like, sucks now, because a lot of good artists get passed over in the industry because they have some good quality music, like substance music that should be out here, but they get looked over when you got this ratchet fast ass songs that people just only need a beat and they gonna be crazy at words and it'll be a hit. So that was that. So his friend Seven came and asked him, sitting down, saying that what's his name, Spider-Man, was gonna be at the club, and he didn't come to the studio session because they was working on the beats, and he was like, he thought that Spider-Man was gonna come, but he didn't come. So he was going at the club. He said, you gonna be there, gonna be clubs, you get the time to speak to him, I'll be there with you, all that stuff. So Seven will talk all the good game, and you know Daniel was not believing him, which is true, because at the end, later on, Daniel got a call for Seven that Seven's not gonna come. So he kind of pissed off by that. So now we get Issa, right? She went with her friend Kelly. She met with Kelly to look at her credit score. Kelly saw the credit score, and they show her score. She got 425 credit score. That is poor. That is poor, Issa. And She said they are different brackets. They are excellent, they are good, they are poor, they are bad, and this is Issa down here. It's like you below bad, Issa. So that's the reason why you getting rejected. Because if you put your credit score, they can look. If you don't have to put your credit score, they can look your name up and check. Especially if you put application in and you probably pay the fees for the application. You want to pay the credit check, so like that. They look at it and say, you know what? No, she don't have enough. Oh, her credit score is not good. So it was like, that was crazy. So she was like, it's out of things you get a co-signer. She was about to ask Kelly. She said, oh, not me. Kelly said, oh, hell no. Because, you know, if you get a co-signer, if you co-sign for somebody and then for an apartment and they name on the lease and you the co-sign, if they falter in their payments, they come after you, the co-signer, and you got to pay up the payment for them if they don't pay their rent. So you like a guarantor for the apartment. Now the credit, like to show that you have somebody who can help, who's eligible to help you if you falter in your payments and stuff like that. But it will mess up their credit as well, because if you're not paying and they got paying like that, their credit will be messed up because you co-signing for them. So that's why sometimes people don't want to be co-signers for other people, because it's like, it's tricky when the person's not paying. Then you gotta come up and then your name is attached to this and your credit get fucked up. So you don't want to do that. So Kelly rejected that real quick. She said, nope, not me. And then she said, out of that, or you could be saving 3-4 months of rent. Like I said, if you don't have good credit, you will get an apartment. Some management or landlords will let you move in an apartment or accept you an apartment if you show good faith that you could pay the rent. So say, for example, rent is $1,000 a month. I mean, that's not normal for New York unless that's really lucky. Rent is $1,000. Let's say $1,100. No, let's say not $1,100. That's $1,000. And you gotta make sure you have 3 or 4 months or 5 months rent in advance, like $5,000 rent, to show that you have this money to pay for your rent, and you can pay that up front in advance. So if you ever got a job or something, you got 5 months in the bank and you don't have to worry about. You work after that 5th month, then you got to worry about paying that extra $1,000. Or if you move in, you pay the first, last security, or you pay 3 or 4 months rent up front to show that you could get this apartment and you could pay things. Or you gotta start saving. That's also another thing. And Issa said, I've been saving. She said, I'm saving. She said, I'll be saving, and I'll be saving. Kelly said, Kelly looked at her, girl, what you doing? She was looking at items that she was buying. I said, you was saving Jack. So she was like, you don't have enough to live on your own, girl. So you just gotta, in the long term, I can get you with a credit counselor to help build your stuff up and plan a budget for you. And she said, it's a good. And she said, well, you can look at the bright side. You can see if you can stay with Daniel for a little more, couple of times. She said, I need to have my own, because I already told Daniel I got like a week or something left, and he's not gonna spend it. She said, well, you could give him some extra money. Maybe he gonna let you stay more. And she said, he not charging me rent. She said, what was that? He not charging me rent. Oh, he said he not charging you rent. So what you do? Did you cook? No. Did you clean? What? Did you take out the trash? Do you do something? Do you have sex? Do you do what? And it was like, she said no. And she said, damn, you got a good girl. You taking over. You taking advantage. Sometimes it does seem like you taking advantage, but she don't got nowhere to go. So what can you do? So she called Daniel, and Daniel was out doing something. And she asked him, like, basically, can she stay a little longer because she don't have nowhere to go yet, and it's not there yet. Cool. And he said, you know, at the time, he was like, you know what, Vanessa's not with it, and I could give you 1 extra week, and then after that, that's it. And now, in the meantime, before he was staying, I think that was Vanessa's house that he was staying with. He was staying so good for like 3 nights in a row. He was giving Issa some space. And she was like, oh, you been here for like too long. It's like, when you gonna go back? And he said that old girl's at the house and I'm trying to give her space. She said, well, I'm going with her tonight, so maybe you should go back to your mess with that old girl. And she said, don't you got other females to see? That's what she said. And he said, oh, he needs to just give old girl some space. And she said, oh, all right, I'm doing something, so you better do what you gotta do. So they left it at that. And then he was talking to her all stuff, and she wasn't even not paying attention to her. She was not. She was doing her own little thing. So that was that. He laughed at that. I guess he was in the feelings, and that's what she called him. He said, I can have you stay for a week extra. And just hang up on her. She was about to say something else. She said, oh, okay. So then we get Issa sitting down with her group of co-workers. And basically this scene got me pissed off because it was like she's a token black woman and they talk about racist issues and stuff like that, and they was getting feedback of not having ethnic people or not being culturally sensitive to the people they serve. And one of the guys said, you know what, Issa, you said you're a black person, you know all those things, maybe you need to talk to her and convince her about the things, like, and it is what it is. She said, why don't I just talk about other black people? He's like, all of us. She said, yeah, we all need to be mad. She said, I want to be the angry black person in the thing. She said, well, the guy said, you was hired to be a token black person. I'm hired to be a gay person, gay spokesperson, so it is what it is. I said, that's what is some bullshit. It's like, y'all all supposed to be in that same mission. Y'all all should be learning. Y'all all should speak up at the same throughout mission. Y'all all got hired with that mission statement that the job is providing, or trying to preach and try to execute. So it shouldn't be no matter who's in the staff. All your staff should be on the same page and trying to solve the issue. Not just Issa because she's black, because she's serving black and Latino students. Come on now. That got me pissed off. But she went to the boss and she displayed some things that maybe we need to hire some more people of color to the staff to give you more insight in helping these students. And the lady said she needs to think about it. And she said, I know I'm not the field, but anything I can do to help you, I can. The lady said I could think about it. So that was that. But that was funny. Now we get to see. So Issa was the house. She took Kelly's advice to do something in the house. I mean, he had you stay in the house rent free, not doing anything. So at least you could do is provide something. At least cook, clean, and do something. Give him peace of mind. So she was cleaning and she was washing dishes. She was rearranging his cups and plates and stuff in the cabinets. And he came home. He said, "Oh, you clean?" She said, "Yeah." And this is what he talked about, how he supposed to Seven canceled on him, and he supposed to be at the club, and I don't have no way to connect them or stuff, and he supposed to be here, and I can't rely on people. And she said, "What's the deal? You could go to the club." And he's like, "It's popping. We could do that. We could talk to him. You could do it yourself. You good. You got this." And he said, "I got nobody to go with me and everything." And Seven can't flake out. Issa said, "You know what? I can go with you. I can be support. Y'all support." So he agreed. So they went. They went to the freaking place, to the club. He said his name, Daniel Kane. The security guard said, "Nope, you're not on the list." He said, "Well, it made me on my producer name." Issa said he made me on his producer name. He said, "Oh, what's your producer name?" Daniel Kane. She said, "Oh, no." So a guy named Khalil walked over, and Issa know Khalil. So she said, "Khalil." Khalil said, "Oh, Issa." They hug it out good. I said, "Oh, that's going to be their connection to get in the club." I said, "That's good you have a female friend because they know people." So she got with Khalil. Long story short, I guess Khalil met Dan K, and they know each other for a little bit. And they said, "Oh, cool, how you doing?" All stuff. So Khalil got them in. They was talking a little bit. Issa went to get some drinks. Daniel was like, he kind of nervous because he want to talk to Spider-Man to see if he could work with him. He got some beats to help him elevate his music. And he was kind of nervous throughout the night. So Issa was kind of encouraging him to go and talk to the guy. So when they finally got the courage, they went downstairs. They was talking. It was kind of awkward. Khalil was talking to Khalil so he could distract Khalil so Daniel could talk to Spider-Man. Spider-Man saw Daniel and he was like, "Oh, so I know who you are and that's cool. And I heard you about your thing." And he know that he did some beats for somebody in his EP or something. He said that was kind of cool. And he was talking how he could help Spider-Man. Khalil was talking to Issa. Issa asked about his son. He showed a picture of his son. And I said, "Oh, that's cute. That's nice." It was kind of awkward a little bit. And that was always something that Spider-Man was not even paying attention to what Daniel was saying because he was focused on somewhere up there, whatever he was focusing on. And he said, get my man Khalil your number, and we can meet and we can work from there. And I guess Khalil asked Daniel, he said we could do something together, we could work and come to the studio, and Daniel was like, nah, I'm good, all that stuff. So kind of shut that down. And that's crazy. And then all of a sudden, this club somebody was fighting, and they started shooting at the club. So everybody started running out. It was funny. This lady on the steps fell and tripped on the steps. She said, "Oh," she said something. It was so funny. She said, "My team, my son." I was like, "What the hell, your team?" She fell, tripped down the stairs. That was funny. So they went outside to talk, and Issa and Dave was talking for a little bit, and Dave was venting, and he basically was kind of competing with Khalil. He said, "Oh, Khalil, this, and I have this, and this is crazy that I work this hard and I have this level, and every time I work to this certain level, it doesn't go further, and how he got so far and everything." So Issa was like, maybe, why are you trying to compete with him? Maybe can you just work together? He said, why? All that stuff. She said, it's kind of, I know it's hard kind of asking people to work together. And maybe working with Khalil could help elevate you, Daniel. So listen to Issa for some time. And she said, it's hard for her to ask him, can she stay a little extra in the house? And he said, you know what? You can stay as long as you need. I said, oh, okay. And as long as you need. And she said, what about Vanessa? He said, we got it, cool. She don't worry about it. It's my place. She said, okay. So we went back to the house. Sat on the couch, talked. She said she was hurting with the couch. She massaged her a little bit. I said, oh, this getting cozy. I was hoping they was kiss or something like that. I said, let it go. Let it be. It's like, come on. They still got some feelings towards each other. And he went to the thing, because she said her couch was her back and everything. He said, no, you can see my bed. And she was like, oh. I said, oh, that's a step. Slip in your bed, and next to the bed, then the clothes come off, and then you got to freak again. I said, I can't wait. But he said, see my bed. He said he working late, so you cool. And she said, okay. Then he went back to went to this place to do some beats. She get a call from the property manager for a position for property management. And she called when she was going to the elevator after she had that meeting, and she hanged up, and they called her back. She said, I'm happy to hear about the property manager's position. We would like to speak to you. Give us a call back if you're still interested. So she got that, and I guess she started like smiling a little bit because she needs to make some more money, like to save more money, make money to save more money, she could try to get out of the house to get her own place. She went next to Daniel. They started vibing and bopping their heads to a beat that he made, and he got some good beats, and that's how the episode ended. And I said it was a good, nice little episode. I see the progression is going with Issa and Daniel. Next week we will start getting Marty's side of the story. So I hope y'all like this review. Please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. My name is Mizzle. Again, watch on my channel name is Mizzle 14. Please share my videos if you can to get my word out there, get my videos out there to help grow my channel. Hit the red subscribe button below. And also the bell notification so you get notified for all my videos. I'll talk to y'all next week. Peace.